Shabam! Opening to the week of competitive Warcraft, everybody. This is now our next game, our second last game. This is Fortitude versus LawLiet. Two players with a play style that I very much enjoy, but we have to say goodbye to the loser, as this is the loser's bracket, the fallback net, and there's no loser's bracket.
This is not loserception. After all, this is where it ends for one of these two players. We've seen a lot of autumn leaves in this matchup recently, and we've seen a couple of different approaches. Earlier on, Fortitude went for the fast expansion first camp, no green camp first, and LawLiet this time reacting with something that I think I like quite a bit. Going for the merchant creep here first, that means the keeper's going to be level 2 right away, will be close to harass the natural, if that should be attempted there, and he can pick up a circlet and another item right away. I think this puts LawLiet in a good position to harass right at the beginning.
Okay, he loves to do that. When I saw the Ancient, I thought, oh, is it time for a Warden, maybe? Is he finding a way to make this work? But apparently not. Not yet, at least. Maybe down the road. Maybe on a map like Terranas, if that's not vetoed. But first, we'll see who gets match points in this best of 3. 40 with an expansion in the pocket.
He scouted with the footy, saw no Ancient of War there at the natural, which would be the standard creep route. Still goes for the instant expansion. Oh, Wisp comes in, trying to detonate. Detonate would be big, but the good thing for the keeper is he doesn't need any more experience to get to level 2. We'll get it just from this camp. And he picks up the circlet as well, and I think 40 knows already pressure will be coming. He needs to get ready.
Yeah, a little bit better early creeping by 40, as we saw in Tidehunters vs. Moon, that there was a detonate coming, and then the water elemental was gone, and mana was gone from an archmage, and level advantage there, etc, etc. Not happening here. Quick reaction, clicking on the wisps, all good, but Town Hall didn't even start. Only 3 peasants and a fully equipped keeper. Good luck.
Good last hit there, though, and the peasants haven't started the Town Hall yet. When they're building the Town Hall next to the building, sort of stuck there, that's when they're the most exposed, most vulnerable. So far, it's only 1 peasant going down, and the rest might make it away. Keeper not blasting through his mana yet. LawLiet only using the treants, not the entangle until now.
That's some additional experience for Fortitude as well, with that level 2 acquired. And good micro to keep the last peasant safe. New militia here too, and here's time for the Town Hall, but there's an opening into the base and no tower.
It's going to take some militia time at the very least. Keeper going to fall back, trying to hit both bases at the same time, but treants have some cooldown that he has to respect, so can't resummon treants instantly. But with the archers showing up soon, things could get a little bit hairy once again. 3 archers now ready to take part in the troublemaking. But the Ancient of War uproots. He's going to try to continue creeping here soon rather than making more archers, interestingly.
Nutrients from the middle of this pond. Constant pressure, and Fortitude is under, and mismanaged resources. No more lumber for the power build. That's, of course, a result of this harass and constant militia calls.
Yes. Oh, who gets the mercs? LawLiet picks them up. The Wisp was there ready. I think the Archmage woke up the creeps, but LawLiet gets both mercenaries, and that's a really big deal. Healing up fully with the Keeper in the main base, and now he's got the mercs plus the archers ready, and this is where things get dangerous for 40.
Since Mr. Death Note is in chat, do you want to tell our audience why the Shadow Priest is so amazing?
Is he? Oh yeah, he is. The legend himself. The early Dispel, of course, makes all the difference here, being able to deal with the water elementals more effectively. Keeper looking for more kills. 1 more footy is going to go down. This one probably should be a deny as well, and the denies have gone a long way. Looking at the Keeper's XP bar, he's still very far away from that level 3.
Alright, this is the last chance for human, by the way. I mean, yeah, 15 sway, kind of a 25% human, but that is the last hope, and LawLiet could ruin it, and then it would be a Night Elf Mirror in the lower bracket final. Chemico out, Sock out, only 40 left. And man, this relentless Keeper is so annoying.
Quite reminiscent of Moon's play earlier, I want to say. Always finding the weak points, always able to punish quickly. Oh, Keeper surrounded. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage here. Oh, Oh, that telestab was a bit rough. But he does make it out. Crystal Ball. I feel like this is the 10th Crystal Ball we found today. That one, not going to be too valuable perhaps. But the Keeper gets level 3. That one certainly was valuable. As LawLiet reaches tier 2, Lore's coming. But one thing that we don't see yet, which is certainly late, is the counter expansion. Is LawLiet going to play all in here perhaps, is the question.
Possible. Otherwise it's kind of late for that expo. Then he has to click the tier 3 pretty soon. Fortitude is stabilizing to a degree. Gets the blacksmith up, gets more towers up, protecting
Tinker!
the farm. Whoa! Second Tinker in a row.
That's a lot of pressure right now that 40 has to deal with before he's really ready. He doesn't have tier 2, he doesn't have a second hero. Does he at least have level 3 Archmage? Oh, almost. He needs a little bit more. 2 more treants and he'll be there. Arcane Tower at the expo. Oh, it goes down. That could be trouble.
Quickly realizing... LawLiet quickly realizing that he's blocked there, but can escape with force of nature. Oh man, there's so many treants, dude. There's so many treants.
And we don't have to fend yet. These footies still getting slaughtered one after the next. The Pocket Factory resummoned. Can he really take it out? You'll have to focus fire that if you can. But at the moment, 40 unable to find that kill. But the Berserkers, nicely pressured. The Berserker and the Shadow Priest, I should say. Both low HP, have to be pulled back, make it to the Moonwells again. The Moons are still looking okay, but they're gonna be very dry here very soon.
They're still ravaged by treants. Could get a handful of last hits maybe. The Tinker is still around. He's soon to have another Pocket Factory. Oh man. So many summons, so many kills.
Oh, misclick on the Shadow Priest. Unfortunately ran into the creep camp. Can't rely there on the Abolish anymore. But I like the movement of the Tinker. Forces the human to respawn, and that buys time for the Tree of Life, which will be finishing here in a moment. But 40 is going to be macroing up soon as well. He got the MK coming. He got the Sanctum. Lumber is still a bit low. But it would look like the human is stabilizing right here.
Okay, but behind this attack, there was an expansion by LawLiet bottom right. Tier 3 not started though, and that is certainly an issue. Fortitude was going for that big push, and it usually is. LawLiet is distracting well, as we said. But without bears, it's hard to hold that 60-70 pop push.
And LawLiet also not going to have such strong heroes to rely on. No Panda, no Demon Hunter, I guess, in a weird world. He's creeping right now on the Keeper. Keeper level 4 is alright, but what he really wants to have is a second hero with high levels.
Ancient. Alright, he survives. Wand of the Wind can be helpful. No defend against this mass tier 2 army. Could he not afford it? No, lumber is too low.
2 more footies gonna be hitting the deck. A couple more denies. A 1 and almost a second. 40 still under pressure. LawLiet with the expansion almost finished, and the tier 3 has started. LawLiet, if he can buy a lot more time here until he has the bears, I'd say he's in a good position, but Fortitude also might have a big army out here soon.
Yeah, the thing he did best so far was buying time though, with the Keeper and Tinker movement. And with Dryads you can always create some distance between your units and your opponents. 40 has some issues setting up this defense. It's a little blocked, but the Berserker should be going to him. Deny as... How many denies are there today?
Yeah, that's some valuable experience being prevented. Wand of the Wind, Cyclone up on the MK. No kills easy there acquired at the moment. The Treant still doing a great job, and the Dispel upgrade on the Priest isn't ready yet. This Keeper is still surprisingly effective.
But the poison damage, yeah, it's also stacking up. Because there's no Adept upgrade. You can't get rid of them. For now, at least. And then later, the Keeper will just turn into an Orb Carry. Passive for Tinker second, so no rockets, unfortunately. We'll love to see that. But yeah, at the moment, there's no mana anyway.
So many Treants!
Yep.
Treants everywhere!
Yep.
Where's the Dispel? It finally finished. Adept training is finally through. 40, does he realize it though? Yes, he does. Use the Dispel. And this might be time for LawLiet finally to fall back.
But you said you need to buy time. And I think that was a lot of time bought.
Yeah, tier 3 now through. Adept training for the bears about to complete as well. As we know, the master training doesn't take too long. And Fortitude still seems to be far away from having this big, scary death ball army. And on the way home in the retreat, LawLiet might even be able to pick up the next item. But now Fortitude, for the first time, is looking confident to go for a plane of his own.
Oh, the Wand of the Wind, so helpful. Belt of Giant Strength, nice. Level 2.5 Tinker, Stormbolt's arriving. There is no staff for LawLiet. Might have to pass the TP. Can't bolt Dryads, of course. And the Keeper is too healthy. LawLiet just moves away. Gives up the rest of the camp and Ascension of War. That's a bit of experience, which he desperately needs on the Mountain King. But apart from that, everything looks fine for LawLiet.
Fortitude, like we noticed earlier, is a player who loves to stay on tier 2, go for a big push. She's got a lot of gold to pump into army, but it's lumber. The lumber is the issue. The lumber has been the issue this whole game. LawLiet's harassed there, working out absolutely wonderful. The Tinker, definitely a bit underleveled. If he gets level 3, he's a pretty good fighter. On level 4 and 5, he gets very strong. I would still say he doesn't quite deliver the same way a Panda does, but those rockets can still be pretty good.
And level 6, of course, is a game winner. Another big mana potion. They're seriously blessed with this item today. Or cursed, depending on what side of the mana potion you're on.
Another expansion?
Yeah, let's go!
LawLiet taking a page out of Moon's book. He wants to harass the bases over and over, spread Fortitude really thin, and win with superior economy.
We got Clap, right? Yes, we do. No Blizzard transition yet. That could be coming. But it feels like it's just LawLiet doing anything aggressively.
Going for the peasants again. The big human weaknesses we've all learned by now. Fortitude finally got a TP home. Got the red camp. It was the medallion, which is amazing on the MK. But again, LawLiet is dictating the pace. And is always looking for those points of weakness.
But is there points of weaknesses? No second base, or no second base, no third base, that is, in the upper left-hand side. So he can't creep. Fortitude is not moving out. Still healing, still regioning, still muscling up that attack. But his Gyro Scout is a lot better now than it was before against Moon. So he can knock down this third base, but not the second one.
Yeah, LawLiet clears up the gold mine for his own expansion, just like Moon did earlier, and he can hit the main once more right after. He's got the Keeper, he's got the Tinker. Fortitude would probably win a fight right now, but I don't think LawLiet wants to take a fight at all.
No. Why would he? He can do so much damage with Treants and Pocket Factories, and he has to TP soon, I guess, but only after doing quite some damage, opening up the floodgates even more. Mana seems to be an issue, and slowly but steady, he has to move home, because mortar teams are here ready to rock.
Into the Moonwells where he has lots of regen. One bear goes down. Staff saves the Dryad, and Fortitude doesn't want to take this fight next to all that Moonjuice recovery. LawLiet has by now built a big army, a huge army. More bears coming, upgrades for him. Perhaps lacking a bit behind. Having more upgrades on Dryads and bears would certainly go a long way as well.
Interesting, by the way, LawLiet goes for Tinker Passive 2 instead of Pocket Factory 2. Couple more stats. Faster spawn time for the Clockworks.
Yeah, I think the Clockworks themselves remain the same, right? It's just the HP of the Pocket Factory that gets better with higher levels, and of course the spawn rate with the passive.
It's time for Blizzard now.
Archmage.
It's getting cold, but he might be intercepted a little too late. Who's fooling him?
Yeah, Clap Blizzard we saw before, how strong that can be against lots of bears.
Especially with mortars.
More and more. Yeah, 40. He has managed to build that big scary army, even with all the pressure that he was under for a long time. I'd say this game looks pretty even by now.
Keeper intercepted, has a TP, but Stormbolt, you gotta respect that. Breaker army looks good. The position might be pretty fantastic. Oh, a solid
This position
clap.
here is amazing for 40. LawLiet, if he takes the fight here, that would look like a mistake.
Okay, he's trying to though. He's trying hard. Archmage entangled. Really hard to see for me, to see anything for me right now. As everything is lagging.
His strength, he's close to level 4 as well. The Archmage close to level 5. What Moon was able to do perfectly earlier on was always...
Okay, people don't hear you anymore either.
Has to go for retraining now, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's absolutely necessary. Whatever you just said, I think like rocket retrain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Retraining indeed. Fortitude pushing forward. He's got a really strong MK, but no upgrades at all on these breakers, by the way. And the rockets, of course, also amazing against Blizzard. You can spam that to cancel the Blizzard, but there's so much mana on the first hero at the same time.
Ouch. Gyros taking out one after the next. The AoE looks good, but the heal scroll looks great as well. And the Mountain King, I don't know how much longer he can stay in this fight with the help. Heal scroll number 2, and the big mana potion is still there. Level 5, level 4 rockets. Careful, trying to pass the town portal. Rockets can't intercept with that. And LawLiet is losing quite a bit. Supply is even.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't counter the Blizzard perfectly. Like normally you want to have one of two spells ready, either the Entangle or the Cluster Rockets to cancel the Blizzard instantly. He sometimes had a bit of downtime there, and every wave of Blizzard attacks, of Ice Shots raining down, are very painful. And it seems like 40 is getting into a better and better position.
Can he win this after losing to Moon 2-0? Can he finally get his name on the scoreboard versus Night Elf here today? LawLiet is a cheeky player. Just one defeat in a fight, or one lost fight, won't deter him. Still has some options, but will he regret that Tinker? Or is he regretting that Tinker already?
I think he might be. I think Panda would certainly look much better by now, but he's getting damage from other sources. Finding some attack upgrades on the Bears. The Bears went 0-3 first, interestingly. Whoa. Which also doesn't protect them against the spell damage, of course. But LawLiet getting caught, perhaps in an unfavorable position at the moment. Not everything is healed up yet. The Rejuve didn't do its full work.
Not yet. He's trying to buy time. That bear. Is he getting slowed? Oh, saved. Nicely done.
I think level 4 also a nice upgrade with the passive. Getting higher level, the rockets now, cluster rockets do more AoE, or have more AoE. And we go once more. The air seems to belong to Fortitude. These gyros not having to fear Panda fire.
Ooh, rockets make it hard to retreat. Also a great source of damage against gyros. Breakers are falling quickly, but does he have anything to work with against his AoE to save the bears? I doubt it. Tinker also in trouble. Staff is ready for him. He's slowed. Needs to be sent home soon.
There it is. Tinker makes it back, but the Moonjuice is looking rough. LawLiet has almost nothing left. Now it's finally nighttime once again, but Fortitude is in position to take out the expansion. Fortitude was suffering so much punishment this whole game, but now it's his time to take the lead.
Man, the Mortar team volleys are incredible. And LawLiet is running out of forces. 400 gold still left. What's the X factor? What's the play? How do you drive Fortitude back?
Supply block now at the worst time. Some units for LawLiet still in the main base trying to heal up there with the Rejuve. The Mortar team's putting on the pressure. MK still looking large and in charge. So tanky, no Envoy anymore, but outside of that, still very survivable. And the Bear frontline, not big enough.
Yeah. The way that Fortitude controls LawLiet here, pretty exceptional. No chance to go for heal scrolls or anything else from the Merchant. And that is a killed tree. Instead of having 2 bases or 3 bases up, as his original plan was, he's now down to only his main base. That sneaky bugger is putting down an Ancient to prevent the 3rd base for Fortitude. That also means that the Ancient of Wind is gone. No more hippos, no more fairies.
And Fortitude is so rich. He's hardly lost anything this whole time. And just pressing forward. The hero's incredibly strong. If this MK gets 5, he's gonna be unbeatable if he isn't already.
What can he do? Maybe, like, his biggest strength currently are bears, right? So, some Zeppelin bear drop that surprises 40? Maybe? Does he have the resources for it? He kinda does. He has to smash buildings with bears.
If he gets the right position, if he can dodge the huge clap, if he can dodge the huge blizzard, maybe there is still something doable here. But it would seem like Fortitude has the lead. Picks up the next big item, big heal potion for the MK, also wonderful. The fact that it doesn't have an invoke potion, though, is kind of scary. Entangle right clicks, Orb of Venom and all that. Could be risque.
LawLiet find a way out. He's going back to what gave him the early game. And that's harass economy with Treants and some Tinker spells. Mountain King. Another great invoke potion. Phenomenal. So much mana for him. 1-1 tech on breakers. 1-0 tech on rifles. 2-3 on dryads. And another... Okay, the main bases are empty. We try the second base with the Tree of Eternity, but does that have a future?
Yeah, 40's right there, ready for the attack. Shouldn't this Tree of Eternity have walked into the corner? I wonder, wouldn't that have been better? Because this Tree of Eternity definitely going down. LawLiet trying to do as much damage as he can in the meantime, but he's TPing home, trying to save this expansion.
Oh, Wisp blocking. He jumps on everything. Clap is, of course, an invite for that. So is Cluster Rockets. Town Portal home, and that's the way to save your base. Oh, can he reach the mortars? That would be big snipes.
One of them getting caught. Also a bear in the north. Should be going down. MK never has boots, by the way. I think this is something that Fortitude is showing over and over, right? MK refusing to get those boots of speed, which normally can be a big help. Oh, nice save on the bear. Fortitude again getting attacked, but he's got a huge army still left over.
Stressful game now for both. 40 and high upkeep. Not mining much. 1200 gold left in his expo. If LawLiet establishes this and holds this one more time, he might get the game, but he is 17 supply behind. Level 5 Tinker far away. Level 6 Keeper also. Not very close.
Alright, LawLiet's trying to spread out different groups for the bears. Doesn't want to walk into that huge clap with everything on top. Fortitude's army looking so strong, especially the MK. I think he's going to get level 5 here before too long. And triple heal scroll. Going to make a huge difference.
40 is scouting more and more and more with these gyros. He doesn't want to be fooled by extra expansions again, as it was before. LawLiet has to make this work, has to make this count. Haha, there is vision once again. So there is an attack on the Entangled Gold Mine. This is unpreventable.
Bears setting up for the flank. It feels like LawLiet has to go in here to protect the expo. And the engagement in this angle looks great. But if Fortitude falls back into the choke point, there's no way LawLiet can follow it.
Yeah, the perfect human play here. With the army composition and the position he has. Whenever the bears move forward, the breakers move back. The rockets hit nothing. And then the slow trap kicks in.
LawLiet falls back behind the tavern. Now he's far out in the open. This might be good for him. But the Cloud Blizzard also doing a good job. But the bears coming in from the north. LawLiet coming in from every angle. This is the best engagement he's had in a long time.
Oh, staff sick on that bear. Saves the Dryad as well. And we're closing in on these supply numbers. 40 is still in high upkeep. He's really not getting much value out of this. Now it doesn't matter. Now he's out of gold. This push has to hit. This is last bit of gold.
40 still has all the heal scrolls. And now the fight is more clear. All the bears in the front line could all be clapped. The MK in trouble again. Has to go for the invoke potion early. Big mana potion also still available. Ooh. The Clap Blizzard could be sick right here. Oh my god, the AoE.
The missing heal scrolls again, just like in the fight bottom right. LawLiet had no time to get them again. Has to retreat. That's floodgates open for the Tree of Eternity. 3 bears falling. The fight for elimination here, the lower bracket is on. You can feel it. Scroll of the Beast on rifles also pretty amazing. Can LawLiet hold this tree? He has some time. 7 armor, 2000 HP. That's a lot.
Repair, though, not really doable against Blizzard. LawLiet, how is he gonna hold on here? I think he again has to set up a flank. Bears coming in for 2 or 3 different angles at the same time. This was a great play earlier on. But now they're all just coming in from the same side, and the MK is just waiting for the big clap.
Level 3 clap. Look at this. Look at this! The perfect moment, the perfect angle. This is just great. And now have fun dealing with this.
LawLiet's doing a good job here, making it hard to land the perfect Blizzard. The Blizzard's doing friendly fire right now against peasants and casters and so on. Keeper trying to go for a hero kill, perhaps. He's getting rejuve. Needs to steal that quickly with the breakers, but he gets away. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Needs rejuve to work. These heal scrolls were crazy good. So is the Blizzard. Level 6 on the Archmage. But the army is not looking that great. Ooh, stumble.
Oh, the Tinker barely survives. The Dryads, they can't be clapped. Wait a minute.
No
Did LawLiet just do this? Oh my god, what a sick comeback. Level 6. Now he's got Tranquility.
This is insane value. Here we go. There's a Stormbolt. Okay, but it was a little bit of healing at least. 350 gold left. Orb of Venom is doing a ton of damage to whatever is near him. And the bears are certainly healing.
Wow!
Fortitude taps out. Oh no. Heartbreaking. So heartbreaking.
What a sick comeback by LawLiet. He had the lead in the beginning, but then 40 got the big army. For the longest time, LawLiet shouldn't have been able to take a fight there, but beautiful engagements with the bears. Not just an A-click, but sending them in from different angles, setting up the flank, running past the front line, making it so hard for 40 to take these fights properly. Sick play from LawLiet.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a unique skill that he has that not even Moon is doing as well as he does. That was fantastic. How he set up these fights 2 or 3 times in a row. I thought the lack of heal scrolls is breaking him, but no, he knew exactly how long to stay in fights and when he can do damage, and whatever Fortitude couldn't clap was just monstrous against him.
That was pretty sick. That was. And also there in the end, he did a way better job of dealing with the Blizzard. When a good Blizzard was coming in, he was fast, quickly able to use the Entangle, use the cluster rockets to cancel it much faster there this time. When he lost the first expansion bottom right, that looked not so ideal, but LawLiet quickly improving. Wonderfully done. Some sick comebacks we're seeing here today.
Not only today, it was also the case for 15 Sway versus Chemico. It's a good week. It's a good week of TeD Cup, everybody, and we have 4 more days after this one. Round of 8, 2 days. Round of 4, 1 day. And then, of course, Grand Final day with a game for 3rd as a lead-in. TeD Cup always delivers. Somehow there's something special about this cup. I love it. Oh.
My headset just ran out of battery.
No! But the good thing is, if it runs out of battery, your wonderful CORSAIR headset, you can just plug it in. You can plug it in and it works like a charm. CORSAIR is a great manufacturer of PC hardware. Esports award-winning hardware manufacturer of the year, actually. Go check out their gear at core.sr/back-to-Warcraft.
Hell yeah. Here we are again. Fortitude taking a moment to reset. Is that a game that bugs you? Is that a game that stays with you mentally? I think Fortitude was aware how strong he was there for a long time when the Archmage was level 5 and so was the MK, the Clap Blizzard. Normally is supposed to be the ticket to victory against bears, but not if LawLiet counterplays it so perfectly. Great game. How cool was that? But the next map could be a different story. If we go to Tide Hunters, for example, that's supposed to be a bit better for human. We're selected on Amazonia right now. Is it really AZ? We haven't seen it too much in this tournament. Not that I'm complaining.
Temporary. Yeah. Could just be temporary. In the meantime, when we have a little time, we have, of course, our LAN event coming up in 3.5 weeks called Raraland. And for Raraland, there's merchandise available. Not only for the people who are attending or playing there, but also for you guys. Propads.gg has a store up, the exclusive Raraland merch, limited amount for these t-shirts. It says Raraland to support Raraland. It says Raraland twice, actually. So it's twice as good as if there's only one Raraland. And if you are not a fan of t-shirts and you run around naked all the time, they got mouse mats for you as well. Different design, says Raraland a lot. And if you are coming to Raraland, you can use the coupon code RARAPICKUP to get it directly at the venue, the Arcadia, in 3.5 weeks here in Hamburg.
Hell yeah, boys. Put that date down in your calendar, get your merch, and if you have a ticket, come to the venue. It's going to be great festivities. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be really, really epic. Can't wait for that one. It is at the end of this month, of course, as we are getting ready for map number 2 here in our lower bracket game. And, oh, Neo, how do you feel about this one? The choice is Concealed Hill.
Well, it depends, of course, how Fortitude plays this. You know, I'm not a big fan of human expansions on Concealed Hill, but Fortitude is a smart man, and he makes things work that aren't supposed to work. So thumbs pressed, fingers crossed, knocking on wood. Fortitude needs that. Concealed Hill is our map. Is it a 2-0, and will we get a Night of Mirror between LawLiet and Moon, or can 40 strike back?
Yeah, fast expansion here we have seen be painful plenty of times. It's very easy to misstep, mess up a bit. Suddenly 5 peasants go down, the expo is delayed, the panda shows up, hello say the bears, and the game is over. But if you play it super clean, if you have a good build, if you have everything prepared, and you react well and fast, they can also work. In my opinion, Chimiko always does it the best, the fast expansion play specifically on this map. And I'm pretty sure 40 is going to go for the fast expo as well, right? We've seen 40 plenty of times play really solid and really well and execute on a high level, but he's very predictable, I think. He's always going to expand, he's always going to stay on tier 2, he's always going to mass with heal strolls, go for the push, and almost always go for the MK as well. And I don't see him moving away from that at all.
I think here on this map, he's actually tower pushing.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. He did that before. The tower push. True.
To be honest, I haven't seen it work too often. But man, desperate times, desperate measures, eh?
I've seen it once. Last 6 months. Working. One time. So it's a 50-50 chance, right? Either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah, you can, yeah. If you say so. That's a way of looking at it. Probably a very positive way of looking at it, but this has to be work like this. I like this better than this rushed rifle build by Chemico against Focus 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, that was a bit. That one didn't work out too well.
No.
Well, he tried though. You know, he tried. Enet Star with a 9-month resub, Darkwing Duck with a 63, and Lupin with a 2-month resub, guys. Thank you all very much. So what 40 is doing is an early tower in the main base. When you are the aggressor running across the map with a tower push of your own, you don't need this tower. So this looks more defensive. This looks more like he wants to expand.
Maybe he found a way to unpack the scout tower and make it movable.
Like in StarCraft with the spine crawlers.
Huh? Or
slowly.
Or Mongols in Age of Empires. I think they can do that as well.
All
Probably
right,
not.
He's creeping very passively. Whoa! Tier 1 counter expo.
Okay.
I've not seen that on this map in a really long time. This delays tier 2, this delays the panda and everything else. But wait a minute. Is he just giving 40 a free expansion? Creep he is. Wow.
I don't like that. You know me. I think expanding here is pretty much impossible if your opponent is a Night Elf. Or in general, not just in general. But okay, LawLiet wants to play the long run again.
Oh.
Okay, then we do this.
If he gets level 3 here, he could theoretically go for Treants level 2 and keep harassing heavy. He could fall back to the main base, heal up with the Moon Juice, get more mana, and go even perhaps for a Telestaff. He could follow up with a lot of harass after this, but it's not sure if it's gonna work out precisely that way. He's gonna get level 3 here, so is the Archmage, and 40 must be quite surprised, thinking, my goodness, this is a free early game.
Where are you, my man? He sees it now, thanks to the crystal ball. Sees also the expansion, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Well, he has an idea, of course. Why would you creep that if you're not expanding? And can LawLiet find a way of disrupting this? No staff. Has to walk. Footman is scouting. And Archmage is putting pressure on the keeper now.
Alright, 40, how much can he do? It's very dangerous to get the Footman involved, because of course level 2 Entangle, they die real fast. Can the AM solo cancel the tree? I don't believe so. It's pretty close to being done. Tree should be finishing. Dude, I haven't seen LawLiet play such a passive early game against human in a long time.
Yeah, he played ultra aggro on map 1. Maybe he didn't like it too much, or is exhausted from putting pedal to the metal all the time. Now he got the staff. Also a Wisp ready, but I guess he's needed for a defense before.
Footy's now converging. We got the Archmage here, plus the Water Elementals. But the Keeper's doing his job. Picks off one Footy after the next. Some of them might be denied, but they still go down. This is the big strength of the Keeper in this matchup. His ability to deal with Footmen early on. In the past, in the olden days, oftentimes when it was Demon Hunter plus Naga or Demon Hunter plus Panda, it could be really tough to deal with a Footman. But the Keeper does this so well.
Okay, Expo's waddling over. Was a little lost at first, got the wrong direction. But now everything is fine. So we established second bases. We established tier 2 soon. Lumber Mill coming for 40 to balance out resources. Boots on the Archmage. Sweet.
And Demon Hunter second. LawLiet is trying to test how stubborn Fortitude can be.
Because he
if
wants
Fortitude still goes MK second against a Demon second, that would be weird. But this is 40. This is one of the most stubborn players in the game.
Yeah, that's true. What? Hold on, maybe surround? No, just Keeper doing Keeper things. You think he likes bondage?
You mean LawLiet?
No, the Keeper.
You're very close to him. You should know that.
The Keeper.
I guess. Well, I would not be surprised. He is certainly a fan of inflicting a lot of pain. So
Yeah.
perhaps he truly is.
I mean, Entangle, Thorns are also a little indicator of that.
Oh, one archer finally gonna go down. That's first blood for 40 as the Demon Hunter arrives. But good delay on the Entangled Goldmine with the Water Elementals here doing this well. And the counter expansion certainly delayed by quite a while. The AP in the south doing a bit of harass. That's a cute little play. Not sure it's too effective. Oh, but the militia time is actually over. Wow, wait a minute. This is surprisingly annoying. All right. There's no way he goes MK. Is there? Please.
There's always a way.
This would be so silly. This would be so silly.
Oh, Remo is getting mad. Please click it just to annoy Remo. Please.
Please don't, dude.
Where's
Come
the
on
altar?
now.
Where's the altar? Ah. Tier 2 is done. He's not getting it yet. Wait, Archmage. Ah, Blood Mage it is.
Alright. That makes more sense. Blood Mage is of course supposed to be the counter to the Demon Hunter. There's some counterplay also from the Night Elf against Siphon with anti-magic and entangle and so on, where you can play against it. But I think LawLiet just wants to really force Fortitude to go out of his comfort zone here. Because I'm very sure 40 has way less experience with the Blood Mage second compared to MK.
Yeah, that might be true. That AP actually did something, forced the Archmage back. Oh, Naga now.
Okay, classic counter to the Demon Hunter. Works well against him, especially early on. Will be a lot weaker in the late game, though, compared to a Blood Mage.
We've seen some tremendous Blood Mage plays recently, but not just yet. Damn, that's these guys are constantly fighting somewhere. First upper left and bottom right, now upper right again. Archmage has a TP, lots of potions as well. Solid Zeppelin play. And we should be on the way to tier 3. Yep, halfway done.
Alright, I think Forty's under time pressure here. I think he needs to get stuff done fast. He got one Sanctum finished, second one coming, second Rax as well. He's going to be able to explode into high supply really, really soon. For LawLiet, this game is pretty straightforward. Get a big bear army, get strong heroes, defend, and then this game should be his. But the defense is probably not going to be so easy.
Wand of Illusion will help. Heal Scrolls also. Naga is not scary at all yet, but with Boots and Mantle it's not too bad. Rifles, casters, casters. That's the play. Wait, two? Yeah, 2 Sanctums, okay.
Alright, there we go. Pushing into upkeep now is Fortitude. 4 units coming at a time. The big army is going to be ready here in no time at all. As the Hunter finally gets his own level 3. The Keeper is looking for some reinforcements. Oh, I like that. He knows the big Death Ball is trying to be assembled.
And there's no Dispel yet. Might lead to a kill. He's trying to heal so desperately.
And the nice thing here is, of course, he knows there's no MK, so this staff always gets him out of trouble.
Yep. Even with surrounds. Except Tornado. That would be an issue.
You know, we've seen lots of things in this group stage here these last couple of days. We haven't seen a Tornado yet.
And I'm
Might be
pretty
time.
sure he wouldn't skill it. Except if it's a base race. Then it might.
Alright, not going into upkeep yet. When's he gonna queue it? Waiting for the Master Training still. That seems indeed quite a bit late. I think there's a window here for 40. He's got 66 supply. He's pushing in. This attack is gonna be scary.
He's losing more and more units though. It's a priest and a Sork, but yeah, he's calling the boys. Mana for the Keeper looks bad, and will LawLiet start production now? Is it still in time? He's waiting for the Master upgrade. Still not producing. He's super low lumber. The Shredder didn't work out yet.
Yeah, I think that might just be too much.
Yeah, it's GNL bears. Okay, now they can be morphed.
Good old 70 supply push, Naga, rifles, not even mortar teams, no nonsense, super straightforward. This is the classic Fortitude play.
He has no
LawLiet,
Dispel though, that might hurt.
LawLiet isn't even producing. Is he just trying to give up this expansion and stabilize on one base? But he made APs though. Wait a minute.
I don't know what's going through his mind, man.
He's not making units. 1,500 gold for LawLiet. What is going on right here?
Upgrades queued.
What?
Mountain Giant transition, but that will take forever.
This is gonna take another 3 minutes.
Yeah, but apparently it's kind of working. Fortitude moves back, is a little hesitant now.
And 40's going for the towers. He tried that before. Tight Hunters against Moon. There it didn't work, but here he wants to set up more of a foothold. APs are doing a great job here. Love the positioning. If the Wisps come out of the mine, they can repair right away. You got the Nature's Blessing in the meantime. And if he gets up to like 4 MGs, that's the perfect hard counter against this tier 2 human army.
This is so funny. But it's also time for towers, so you can always retreat, heal up, proxy workshop. We'll put on some pressure with mortars.
More APs. LawLiet saved so much gold, staying in no upkeep for a long, long time. Now MG production is finally starting. The first 2, not that scary, but once we're at 4 MGs, this is where things get really complicated. Damage might be lacking a bit there then, but LawLiet can rely on the orbs. Demon Hunter orb, I'd like to see.
Okay. It's 1,000 gold advantage that LawLiet got from not being in upkeep. Bottom coming. Mountain Giants coming. And we have towers working against each other. This is so odd. This is, of course, a push for the equalizer. If this fails for 40, he's out.
It's a strong position for him, though. So much damage on the Demon Hunter right away. He's dropping super low. Has some items here to survive with. And now we have the Mortar teams also putting in a good amount of damage against the APs. 1 tower is taken out, but still 3 towers standing here for 40.
He's buying the time. He is buying the time. First Mountain Giant in.
We got a bottom third coming. The good old triple hero, triple orb play. Possibly. At the moment, only 1 orb, but more could be added. Honestly, LawLiet got so much gold still left. I think he could even give up this base and re-expand again in the middle or something.
1,400 gold. He certainly... He builds another Tree of Life somewhere. Not too sure where, but now he wants to hold. Now he wants to engage with the few forces he has and the 2 Mountain Giants. Demon Hunter is absorbing a lot of this damage.
Would love to see some more upgrades on the MGs as well. Only 0-0 at the moment. Hunter's Hall now researching the Wellspring upgrade. That one also, of course, great. And LawLiet's buying a lot of time. This expansion is not being given up easy.
Unbelievable. Engine of War is down, but that doesn't matter. We still have an AP. Still nighttime. He can still regenerate. A shop would have been lovely. But he can't have it all, I guess. So, engaging again, doing some damage. Retreat, rejuve. And then rinse and repeat.
There was a heal scroll forced there as well. Just to save the rifle. A bit wasteful, perhaps. But Fortitude wants to keep this push going. He took out the APs, finally. Maybe he can crack this expansion now.
Okay. 2 mortars now. Staff not ready for the bear. Great damage from orbs. Great defense with Mountain Giants. But everything else is a little lackluster. Ooh, mortar a little far forward. Here comes the shop for 40.
A lot of footies taken out. More team going down. Rifle as well. LawLiet is finding the kills. And the MGs are saved. Moonjuice is still looking good, but now it's daytime. This is going to be a long daytime. LawLiet tries to manage the Moonjuice right away, buying some Moonstones. Of course, he's got the shop. And he's got the new Tree of Life ready.
Can just waddle it over as a backup. The focus fire is getting better and better. It's almost one-shotting these mortars. And that Demon Hunter, man. What a lightning rod for damage it is. Empty mana for the Archmage. 3 MGs now. We got fountains on this map. They can easily heal. Reju helps, of course, as well. I think this push isn't working anymore.
Yeah, Fortitude's time is running out. First, he was forced to play a Naga, something other than MK second, and now he's being forced to play late game. He's going tier 3. This is, I think, the first time in years I see 40 go tier 3 against Night Elf. But something he has to do. He has to get something better against these MGs. Most notably, probably, Knights. But he has no upgrades for those at the moment. Demon Hunter comes back in. LawLiet's army now really big. And now he's got the triple orb, right? Yeah, he does. Triple orb of venom. That's a lot of DPS.
That damage is so insane. Trying to fight against it with heal scroll, big potion committed. Even the breakers don't look sturdy against this at all. Level 2 for the bottom is, well, of course. Demon Hunter has to be a little careful, but the staff is definitely reserved for him. Potion on the Naga. He still has a big invul, but you can just pick whatever you want to kill. And these Mountain Giants barely touched.
Tree of Life ready in the middle of the map. LawLiet could go for a third base there if he wants. That, however, would of course expose his natural. But LawLiet has been so cost efficient, dude. Still at 1,500 gold. It seems like these last 10 minutes. He's always had 1,500 gold.
He's creeping the middle with the second expansion and the Demon Hunter. And the Shredder coming in now. It's either... Okay, cool. that must be the expansion now, no? Or is he still engaging?
He's gonna get the big item. He's gonna get level 4. Demon Hunter, Hood of Cunning is okay. And Keeper getting close to 5. And the expansion still standing, but might be taken out now. More team damage coming in. Yeah. Too much to repair against. LawLiet gives this one up. But he's got so much gold. No problem. And, of course, he's got the backup.
He gets the high ground. And... in 2 minutes, he can just move his Tree of Eternity over. Except Fortitude is expanding here, which, you know, is maybe a possibility. We do have Knights. We do get all the tier 3 suite upgrades. We have this ultra late game.
And I think here LawLiet feels really comfortable. And Fortitude doesn't have much experience in these kind of situations. He wants to keep it simple normally. He wants to keep it on tier 2. He wants to go for the big fight, win the fight, kill the expo, win the game. The way that this matchup was played basically 10 years ago already. The newer developments, the newer complications, something that Fortitude normally tries to dodge, and LawLiet did such a good job in forcing Fortitude to play the style that he simply doesn't prefer.
How much is left for 40 in the mines? 1200 here, 4100 there. But he's constantly in high upkeep. 40 clearly doesn't play much FFA.
Now we got two upgrades on the MGs as well. I pointed out earlier with the MGs being really under-upgraded, but that has changed now. And this is Concealed Hill, let's not forget. There's always fountains that LawLiet can also make use of later on. Takes out the towers now over here in the proxy position. But Fortitude attacking to the main base with the Knights, with the mortar teams, has good damage. Takes out infrastructure quickly there as well.
Okay, shop gone. That means no more Mountain Giants. And also no more Mountain Giants because the Moonwalls are falling very quickly. Ferry's not part of this defense. Backstab, TP out. Max damage done, I guess. Ooh. Oh, last shot gets the lore. Okay, that was cool. That was effective. But he still has to win the game.
Yeah, LawLiet doesn't have enough wisps right now to remake buildings, actually. He has to take wisps out of the main gold mine to start making buildings again. Good thing, I guess, that he has so much gold and still has the center expansion. Has 40 even scouted this? Does he have an idea that there's a base here? I think in a second he will, at least.
Okay, attack in the middle. Yep, he knows. And this tree is gone. All of a sudden, LawLiet is way too late. Is 40 just winning?
He's got a big army. He's got 2 knights that he forgot about in the main base. I think LawLiet needs to react faster to these base attacks. With the knights, with the mortar teams, these buildings fall fast. LawLiet doesn't have the luxury here to wait forever. But LawLiet still, despite all these losses, despite not mining much at the moment, he still has lots of gold. Because he was so cost efficient earlier on. And his army is still very strong. He's got double heal scroll now, strong levels. Fought him close to 3, kind of. And still the strong MGs and orbs. MGs now with 3 armor upgrades. 10 armor on the big boys.
And we're just 1 level away from Tranquility, and then they're basically unbeatable. Archmage far forward. Knights also trying to engage into the Mountain Giants, but being greeted by triple orb focus immediately. There's so much poison and maybe no antidote.
First heal scroll committed by 40. The Inner Fire doing a great job. The ferries not really doing anything. The gyros seemingly winning the air battle. The ferry dragons completely ineffective. And 40, you may be onto something. Maybe he has this one, but LawLiet not giving this one up yet. Over time, these orbs will do a lot of damage. Archmage in trouble as well. May have to TP out. Really close. Really scary. Doesn't want to have to TP, and this Invis saves him.
Man, these ferries could have done so much damage when in range before the Inner Fire. Naga in trouble as well. Clearly, LawLiet wants to win this with hero focus. Demon Hunter staffed out of the fight. Big damage missing. Mortar frag shots in the back. Tremendous damage. LawLiet starts to dance a little bit offbeat.
Level 3 on the bottom, but is that enough DPS? Unclear. Demon Hunter level 5 would be big, but he's still missing a good amount. And the Inner Fire Knights, they seem to have finally enough damage to deal with the MGs, or do they? More staffs are coming in, a couple of more knights are going down. We see dispels coming through, but 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was 10 supply just being lost there by 40.
But yeah, and more knights falling, just barely getting out. Mortars, what are these mortars doing so far forward? Clear misposition, invite for LawLiet. Staff once again ready for the Demon Hunter. He must have absorbed 10,000 damage by now.
It looked very scary there for a little while, but LawLiet seems to bring it home in the end once again. 2 maps where Fortitude had a lead, especially on the first one, a big lead. But LawLiet's class shining through in the late game as it seems. Demon Hunter rejoins the gang. almost level 5 now. And these tier levels are getting completely out of control for LawLiet.
And 40 sees there is a Tree of Eternity. There is income soon. Well, 40 slowly but steady. Running out of options. 1500 gold left.
LawLiet hasn't even really made much use of the foul kills. He's got the Ultra Vision advantage at nighttime, but 40 knows his opponent is coming. One Knight getting caught right away. Dismal! A little bit late. Does he have a staff? No, he doesn't! No staff to save these Knights. Invis, not gonna do it because we have the Owl for detection.
Oh yeah, that's so good! That of course can't be dealt with, can't be dispelled, can't do anything against this Owl. And level 5 Demon Hunter now, exactly, and we're closing in on level 6 on the Keeper too.
Immolation! Oh my god! The BM, he goes for Immolation! Wow! LawLiet with a cheeky smile on his face wants to force Fortitude out of this game, and I think he's gonna be forced to do just that. The army overwhelming, huge Night Elf forces now barreling down. 40 has to tap out. GG. LawLiet gets the win with strong comebacks twice in a row. Better player in the end, I would certainly say, and with a bit of flair as well.
Oh, right on, right on. 2-0 it is, but man, this result doesn't do Fortitude justice. He played super well on map 1 versus Moon, then got a little clapped on map 2. And he played super well against LawLiet as well, but wasn't his time to close things out. Couldn't seal the deal, and then LawLiet and Moon as well were grabbing all the opportunities that presented itself to them. And now that means that we see the Night Elf Mirror. Moon versus LawLiet for the last remaining spot in the playoffs.
Yes, indeed. The Night Elf Mirror, the two great Night Elves of South Korea, going up against each other. LawLiet off-raced earlier. Is he gonna do that again here? That would be almost insolent. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a showing of two of the best elves out there for the last spot.
100% agree. And then we have our round of 8 group stage that we will cover for you Thursday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken. We sent you into a little break, do the map picks and bans, and then we're back with the last game of the round of 16 and TeD Cup 10. See you in a bit.